I'm Tony.
I'm Rachel.
We're back with some more Grim Dawn. As always, you can see the other person's view. Look in the description below. Let's continue.
We're at the Temple City of Osyr.
Yeah. Did we VIP or RSVP that we're showing up? VIP. Did I VIP myself?
I mean, you are a VIP. No, I can't remember if we mailed it in. We had the stamp. We had the envelope. I don't think we actually mailed it, though.
I think it was digital.
Oh, you're right.
Who mails VIP? How old are you?
I'm old.
Did you sign the card?
Well, see, we did because these guys were expecting us. This is our welcome party.
Oh, is that why they're just standing around?
Yeah, they're just waiting for us. They're like, hey guys.
RSVPing all the places. We're going to be there soon. Fire bullets and hugs. Bye-bye.
Yep, that's right.
Fire bullet hugs.
The worst kind of hugs.
No, it's not. It's the best kind of hugs.
Fire bullet hugs?
Yeah, fire bullet hugs.
Depends on your fire resist, I think.
90%.
Then yeah, fire hugs are great. These guys, I don't think they like them so much. Look, they're exploding into bugs.
I can't see them. Everything's exploding. You see that's going that way. Oh, we went left. Okay. Hey, look, quest items.
There are questies over here.
Oh,
Oh, hey, we can get you out of here.
yeah. Under control?
Open
All right.
rift.
Digging
Bye.
through the rifts.
See you guys later.
It's like the old 80s, like, what do they call that? The kind of like rock that was like real upbeat rock in the 80s. Or, no, sorry, not the 80s, the 50s. Like the...
Can you give me an example?
Rockabilly. That's it.
Oh, okay.
It's like kicking through the riffs.
Trumpet solo.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a piano. What do they call them? Like dueling piano thing.
Oh, there's a rock here. Oh, never mind. Not a rock.
Not a rock.
Not a rock.
Because you've been kicked through the riffs.
I like that. We should make that into a song.
Just did.
You did. It's not quite a song yet. It's more like a...
I don't know. I've listened to some music. That might constitute as a song.
Fair enough.
Hey, I've listened to music.
You have listened. Once or twice you have listened to music. That is true.
I think I'm at least up to 3 times.
Probably. At least 3. We do listen to a lot of music. It's fantastic. I'm of the impression that everything is better with music.
I have done a thing that I would highly suggest other people do. Oh, I was supposed to put something in the last video. What was it? I was supposed to link to something. That just reminded me.
Oh.
We were talking about Dan O'Reilly. Was I supposed to link to that?
Oh, I don't remember. I got to go back and listen.
It's been a little bit, and I said I would link to something, and I don't remember what it is.
It was a podcast, I think. I don't remember.
Yeah.
We'll have to go back and look.
Now I just lost track of what I was actually talking about. Oh, music.
Yeah,
That's
music.
Right. I have started doing a new thing, and I would highly, highly suggest building all of my routines based off of music cues.
Yeah.
So I've got a playlist for just focus. I've got a playlist for just writing. I've got a playlist for essentially after I wake up. I got a playlist for when I'm going to bed. I got like my entire life has a queued up system that it informs my subconscious about what system, where it should be at the point. And the thing is, the important part about this is once you define a playlist or a song or whatever it is that does that, you cannot use that thing anyplace again, anyplace else.
And how's that working out for you?
It works great. Like going to bed, I found that I fall asleep faster because I've done this. So that I've got a specific. It's a song, but it's more like a rhythm that I play when I'm going to bed. And I've got it on Spotify. Not sponsored by. I've got it on Spotify, and I set it on a 30-minute sleep timer. And then when I go to bed, it's like... It's called... it's by Sleepy Night. It's called... I can't remember the name of it. But it's awesome. And it's like this tone that's like perfect for something I like. It's super... just Like it's queued up my system now to where it's like that means go to sleep.
Awesome. So your brain hears it and it's like, I'm ready for sleep now.
Yeah, because I can get. Oh, ow! Watch that. That actually hurts. Tornadoes hurt. One of the things that I do when I get to bed is like that's the time to where it's like it doesn't matter how tired I am. My brain will just be like, now's time to figure out all of the problems, all of them.
Yeah,
and don't ever actually figure out fully one of them. Just think about it.
Yeah. Oh, 1 second.
I got a Hell Scourge. Legendary offhand.
Interesting.
So yeah, that's it's a good way to get around that. Okay, so we were going like way off
Okay, so we need to be...
here. Well, we just have a second direction. I'm not sure if we... The portal's right there, so we can jump back to it pretty easily.
Okay.
Ooh, ow. You guys kind of hurt a little. Just a little.
Tiny bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. See, music.
Yep. Exactly.
Anyways,
Yeah.
rockabilly song about the... about the thing. I don't even remember what it was about now. Good thing I had that recorded.
Yes. That way we can refer back to it. I've also started doing the music for different times. I find that that's working out pretty well. I have nighttime music and morning music and very similar to you.
Routines and patterns. It doesn't have to be music, but music's so easy because you can modularize it and pull it around wherever. But it's about routines and patterns to generate systems that allow for your subconscious to understand where you intend to be. Your subconscious doesn't understand what you want as your former... The thing that you think of as you does not necessarily translate to the subconscious
Right.
in a way that you would think that it would. You are very much multiple beings in one. Okay, we are going off in a direction. I want to come back this way a little bit. Here, I'm
Okay.
gonna throw a portal down here. And that just completely lagged out when I threw a portal
Ooh,
down.
okay.
I am back to the x86, or 32-bit.
Are you noticing less lag?
I need more time.
Okay. Bad tornadoes.
Yep. Banados.
Potatoes.
They're all banados.
Put a blender in, or I put a banana in a blender once. Is that a bananado?
No, it's a banana dough. Isn't that? That sounded like the Minions. Banana potato. Lots of consonants.
Ooh, okay. That bug.
Yeah, we've both been doing a lot in the routine side of stuff to improve
Yes.
information around routines.
Been doing a lot of research on routines too. It's. I never realized how important it was to have routines. Wow, that dropped so much stuff.
Ow, I'm like burning or something. That hurts. Daylight's burning.
It is. 1 second. I got some purples. If there's anything good here. Huh, interesting. 2 enemies. Alright.
Right, there is one other spot over there. I got a dynamite. I got 2 of them now.
Nice! Awesome.
Can you drop? Or actually, here, we can just... You know how to hit the portal without portaling, right?
No. How do I do that?
Oh, I just dropped my portal on accident. Never mind, it's right here.
Okay.
I hit the wrong direction on the stupid D-pad. If you just go to the map, you can just click it. You don't actually have to put down a portal.
Are we going back to the Temple City? Yeah.
Yeah. Of Osyr.
I didn't realize you could do that. You probably told me that before, but I've forgotten.
Yeah, you don't have to put it down, which I meant to do that in the other way so that I could keep my portal where it was at, but whoops, don't want to go that way. I screwed that up. Yeah, that's the temple.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so maybe we loop back to this, actually.
Okay, that sounds good. Explore the outskirts and come back in.
We still have the one thing in Malmuth. That one place to go through here. I'm going to make sure this is on the map so I can see it better.
Which place am I move?
Remember where the Guardian was at? The guy's like, I'm a god guardian and I can't go in and do this, but you need to do this for me.
Oh, yeah.
We never actually went back and did that, so.
True.
A second. Oh, hi. Bye.
Oh, hello.
Later. I will just. Whoa, where are you going?
Come back. You're the first person I've seen in 12,000 years.
Later. I'll be back. It's all right. Oh.
Yeah, he's sad now.
I made tea.
Aw. Poor guy. Why was that necessary? Why was there a crumbling wall there?
I don't know. I think sometimes the developers had intent to do stuff that they never fully built out.
Uh-huh.
So there was like things in places that like had plans, and then they were like, we need to release this.
And Todd was like, no, I need to put in. And they're like, no.
But I put in a crumbling wall.
No. Todd, it needs to go out tomorrow.
Okay, can you throw it on your portal?
Yes, I can.
You're outside of SLA. Come on.
And we're going back to your portal?
Yeah. Oop, there's a thing up here. What's a blueprint?
Oh, hey. You get a couple of them now.
Yeah. I got living armor.
Ooh. Kind of gross.
Defensive ability, armor absorption by 12%, chaos resistance, and yeah. Then blueprint for relic.
Oh, hey.
Mimir's Bastion.
That's a shield one. Interesting.
Why is it? It's a relic.
It is, but it has shield block and stuff on it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you put it on a shield,
Oh, no.
like
Sorry.
a component sort of thing.
Nope, it's just shield related.
It's got +1 to soldier as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
That is nice. Minir's kind of my guy. Him and Oleron.
Mimir.
Mimir.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Mimir are close.
Can't be too close to him. He's just a head.
He is. Hey, he's a floating head. Still just a head, though, I suppose.
I don't think it's floating. When Odin spoke to Mimir, his head wasn't floating. It was on the ground. It actually is distinct that Odin was, at least in the lore, obviously. Oh, that's a boss.
Oh, shoot. That's a...
Here, I'm going to kill this ad.
Okay.
There's a thing behind you.
Okay. Stuck on thing.
Oop, he stunned me. Come on, you stupid snake. Get out of here.
Nice. Suddenly boss.
Yeah, when Odin was talking to Mimir after his head was cut off, Odin was holding Mimir's head.
Oh. I don't exactly remember. I'll have to reread that story.
We just listened to it not too long ago, Dell and I, from Neil Gaiman's.
Oh, okay. I love that book. It's so good. I haven't read that in quite a while.
I've got the audiobook for that, so we listened to it the other day.
Awesome.
It's been a few weeks now, but this is the place with that one.
Yeah. Yup.
I'm half tempted to try it again.
We definitely stand a better chance.
I think we stand a pretty decent chance.
We haven't had any problems with anything so far, but that thing was...
We're very different position than when we were at that time. Resistance-wise, stats-wise, gear-wise.
That's...
Yeah, there it is right there.
Yeah, it's right there. You know what? You're not wrong. Let's clear out and maybe we can
What does
try
it take to run this? Okay, I only have the option to step away.
We need a special... I can check it here in a bit. Or here, I'll check it right now and just see if I have another option. Nope, I only have to step away. Was that it? I feel like it was.
That's the right place, for sure.
We need a special item or something to trigger it.
It's even like these tornadoes. Like, they hurt a little bit.
Yeah. but nowhere near what they used to. Well, I would try it, but I'm not sure how to trigger it now.
Yeah, I'm wondering what you need to do to make that happen. We'll just move on.
Okay.
We'll come back to that.
That would be good.
We'll do that when we do like the, hey, we're killing all the things at the end of the game that give us all the good things.
There we go. You can do nemesis runs and ultra bosses and stuff like that. I don't know if there's such a thing as an ultra boss. I just made that up.
I think
I'm going with it.
Here, come back here for a second.
Okay.
Need to do a whole bunch of fill-in back this way. Ooh,
Ooh, a bunch of lag.
I'm gonna grab that portal real quick.
You're gonna grab it?
Yep.
Take it with you?
Look it. Grab it.
Touched it.
No, grab it.
It's ethereal. I mean, how do you grab it? It's not a physical item.
You obviously didn't try, because if you just grab, you can feel it. Like.
Feels like swirling vapors. That's what it feels like to me.
I just got a spike. I've got that new candle.
Yeah?
It's called sandalwood.
Ooh.
It feels like swirling vapors.
That's right.
Your essence and your core won't be chi as much as the swirling vapors will stir word mash.
Word mash.
Yeah.
Are you in marketing?
Yeah.
Oh, there's another thing here.
Your quantum image won't have nearly the sophisticated
Quad cores.
Quad cores.
That's a buzzword, right?
Well, it's not a buzzword as much as just a description of the potential for a
Threads.
CPU. A quad core would have the potential of multiple threads. You're correct, unless you're talking about knitting.
Knitting doesn't use threads.
It does use a bunch of threads put together.
Kind of, yeah,
And
it
two
does.
yarn.
It does. They're called
like-
plies. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but what's a ply made of?
It's made of stranded wool.
Which is... You're avoiding it. You're
A ply.
avoiding...
It's a ply. It's a string. It's basically a string.
You mean a thread?
Yeah. One could call it a thread.
One could, and I
One
did.
could call it a thread.
I would say I called it a thread.
You wouldn't be too far off.
Like, how far off am I?
Not far. There is such a thing as crochet thread, and it's not actually... It is thread, but it's not like thread that you think of to sew with.
If you took a bunch of them and you stuck them together,
Uh-huh.
and then you were knitting with that,
You crochet with that, but you know. Yeah. Yeah,
or
same idea.
crochet,
Uh-huh.
would that be thread still?
It would be thread still. But then it would be like thread in the shape of a snowflake.
Words are just constructs.
There. Just like time.
Well, actually, time is it? It depends on what you mean by time. Time is not just a construct, actually.
Measurement of change.
Well, no, that's what we call time.
Uh-huh.
But there's also the concept of time, like Einstein's version of time, which is slightly different.
Like
What-
space-time?
Yes, space-time.
Ah, okay. I see what you're
Because that is not the same thing as what we generally call time, which is a measurement of change.
saying. Right.
Space-time is actually a fabric system that exists within the universe that defines, like, I don't want to get like that's beyond my level of physics, so that is getting into very complicated versions.
I know almost nothing about that stuff. It is interesting to me, though.
I know enough to be wrong. It's I've studied it a lot, but I am not a physicist. Therefore, like saying things and like if somebody were to repeat me, I don't want to put that out there to have someone repeat like, oh, it's based off of the thing, and then it's like something I didn't know or some nuance or something like that. So I know enough to be able to say things and like I can explain to you what the fabric of time's concept is from a version of... I'm just not going to do it. Let's put it that way.
It's probably wise. That way we don't give people the wrong information.
If you want to understand this, go look up... Oh, what is his name? Oh, Sean? why am I forgetting his name? He's got a podcast called Mind Something. And he's a renowned physicist that deals with this level of stuff, and he's actually got a series on it.
Oh, interesting.
Sean Carroll, that's his name. Sorry, it took me a second to pick it up. Go look up stuff from Sean Carroll. That dude is a great resource for this level of things, for this kind of physics. He's a theoretical physicist. I think he's a theoretical physicist.
Is he out of a specific place, or is he just like a guy that does this?
You mean some university?
Yeah.
I think he... yes, he is.
Okay.
I think he's a professor. He's also got the podcast... Starts Mind Something? Mind... if you just look up Sean Carroll's YouTube channel, I think it's called Sean Carroll. He's one of the forefront people inside this area when it comes to communication, and not only is he like a communicator, like he's a professional communicator. Sorry, better wording. He's not a professional communicator. He's a professional that's doing communication, as opposed to someone that's like, I can say words, and it's like, yeah, but you don't know what the hell you're doing, and you haven't worked in this field in 60 years or something like that. There's a lot of those people out there. I work in a field where a lot of people are that way.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah. I understand the need for like someone to be able to communicate and not just grab anybody that knows something about the subject. Like, I understand that need, but sometimes like dude, go work in the field for like, be at least like, you can do both.
Yeah,
but
know
you've
what you're talking
abandoned
about.
the field for the sake of communication, and then you're not keeping up with the technology or the information. You didn't know what you were talking about in the first place. You figured out a bunch of buzzwords to get people to come in, and then you try to like, one of the biggest things I hate about that stuff is they need to keep themselves relevant.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll take minor things and make them big things, and then not understand when actual big things show up.
Oh, yeah, I see. They have to make big deals out of nothing just to keep their jobs, sort of thing.
Yeah, because they don't know the nuanced difference between when big things come up and don't, because they're not in the field. Like, they know the wording and the idea. I work in computer security, and a lot of times what I see inside that realm is someone going like, this is vulnerable, the vulnerability is going to melt down the world, that's horrible. And then I actually do the research on the vulnerabilities themselves to figure out what the significance is. And in my job, I research like how do you exploit that? What's the avenues for exploitation? How do we detect whether that's on systems? How do we prevent the exploit? Like, that's where I'm at. And most of the time, it's gonna melt the entire world. It's like, oh, you mean you had to have system access already for this to even work? And it doesn't have like an escalation chain or anything. It's just one of those things where it rarely melts anything down, and the thing that I see that actually melts down the world are the things that nobody talks about, like the Java bug from 3 years ago.
Oh.
That's still running like the top-end malware is still using it as its primary attack method.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that sort of stuff is the thing that doesn't hit the news that's impacting the most amount of people.
What about social engineering, too? Isn't that huge?
So, well, phishing, yeah. Social, like, that's another one of those things that's hard to report on, but it is the number one thing that gets the most amount of attacks. There was a really good report that came out from, I think it was FishMe, which is a company that has a product to, essentially you can buy this product, and it's for organizations to test phishing attacks against their own organization.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And so they can send like phishing style emails to people in the organization, see who clicks on them, see what kind of avenues they click through.
Okay.
It sets up product for that sort of thing. And it's supposed to be like a way for you to test your system, but also another thing is to inform your people on, like, hey, if you see stuff like this was an example when it came from us, don't click on these things. If it's a way to preventatively inform people in an active way. I actually think their product is a great product.
We actually have something like that at work. We can report them, and then it's like, congratulations, this was a simulated attack, and kind of thing.
Probably FishMe.
Okay. We do use that.
And it comes in through the email, and then you can like report it, and it'll come back and be like, congratulations, you found this phishing attack.
Yep.
Thank you for reporting it to your technical. That's probably FishMe.
Okay.
They're the big one, big contender. There are competitors out there, but they're the big one. But anyways, the phishing aspect of stuff is, if I've developed exploits for years, I know reverse engineering to the like I've reverse engineered kernel level rootkits. Like I've gone to all different levels inside this. If I want to attack someone, it's not going to be that stuff. I'm going to fish them.
Is that because of success rates?
Success rates, the complications of understanding what the architecture behind it looks like becomes easy because all I need to do is just like I can set up the execution chain the way I want it to be. Hey.
Hello.
Get in the rift. I can essentially a lot of the complications that come from needing an exploit to execute remotely the way you want it to goes away. And sometimes it's easy enough to go, I could find a really complicated way to do this, or I could get you just fill out a document that has all the information in it by using some sort of FUD tactic, fear, uncertainty, and doubt to actually get you to mess with your psychology instead of your system.
Right. And our psychology is much more error-prone than the systems, maybe.
And you can't put things like firewalls and IDSs in front of your psychology.
We can't patch our psychology.
No, like that's the vulnerability that exists in every network that you can't patch is the human brain.
Right.
You can only mitigate, you can never actually remove. It's been a long time now, but there was like a thing that got popular for a little bit to where they were running these attempts to see like what could they just bribe people with?
What could they bribe people with?
Yeah, like can I get your network password just by like giving you a candy bar?
Oh, really? What did they find?
People like it's completely successful. You can
really?
go and if you want to break into someplace, very minor things. If you just bribe people with minor things, they'll give you the information.
Huh.
Simple bribery is a pretty simple way to attack those systems. You've got a star on you.
They're dropping those Blood of the Watchers things. Yeah, those.
We got 3 of them.
We did.
There are 3 of them. So anyways, that's the field I work in. I see this a lot, but I also like I'm a hobbyist in physics. I study a lot in psychology and science, or just science in general, and a lot of different areas in science. And I see this in other areas as well. It's the dude to where it's like, where do you do this stuff at? And they're like, I work at this company. It's like, what's your title? And it's like, that sounds like something that's like research something. When's the last time you've been in the lab? Oh man, like years.
20 years ago.
Yeah, it's like, okay, that's what I need to know.
All right, should we go turn in here shortly?
We're almost to a anchor point. I need to get this north half up here.
Okay. I'm coming. That's a wall.
I'm trying to figure out how to get up there. I think it's all the way left.
Here we go.
Yeah, I believe this is it. There's a lot of things going on right now around... Well, there's always something going on, but it's... I think one of the biggest things that I've learned by being in a bunch of different interests and fields and stuff like that is that everybody thinks that where they're at is the main story of the world. That they believe, oh man, there is some...
That's a lot.
Yeah. They believe that the industry that they're in or whatever's going on is like the thing that the world should revolve around. So anytime there's an incident or an understanding, they don't know how to properly scale it. So, like sometimes, you know what? Massive virus that kills the entire world, that one can be significant. Vulnerability in an Apache server, significant, but not quite the same.
Right.
It's
a different level, for sure.
Yeah, and it's not only that it's a different level, it's like trying to normalize your response, but the people inside the field need to be able to get clicks, so they dramatize everything. You won't believe how this vulnerability will kill everybody that tries to touch it. Or the stupid crap that used to come out like, set your electric car on fire by doing this thing, and then you saw how they did it. It's like...
What?
There was some big black hat years ago. There was stupid ass talks that were on essentially being able to set some electric vehicles on fire by remote exploit.
Okay.
But like the avenue for doing it was so stupid complicated that I could literally just throw a Molotov cocktail on top of it and it'd be more like I needed local access to it
Okay.
to be able to do it. And it was one of those things like if I've got local access, I could just set the car on fire.
Right. Exactly. No.
I wouldn't run an exploit for doing that. I'd just set it on fire.
Right.
Oh, there was one with printer spools a few years ago to where like you can cause a printer spool to essentially run out of control, and it would cause the printer to catch on fire.
Huh.
And because what do they call them? The pieces inside the printer that heat up were laser printers. I can't remember the name of them. Anyways, the significance on it was like it never became a significant thing, but it made like a whole bunch of like you could set printers on fire and do this, and it's like geez.
Yeah, you gotta have something to report on. Can never have a quiet day.
And you got to everything that you report on has to sound like it's the greatest and biggest thing ever.
Yeah, exactly. Or else people won't click on it. Silly.
And they'll like conveniently leave out certain information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, you need to like be within arm's distance for this thing to work.
And it has to have not been updated since 2004, and
yeah, well, it's a lot of attacks to where it's like you must already be within, or the only access routes are within a local network, so it's like you can exploit anybody that's doing this, and it's like, yeah, but you already have to be on the network, so it's significant because it's a way to pivot, get around a network. So once I'm in, if I need to try to escalate privilege or get around to a more significant system, I can use that route to do it. But it's not reported that way. It was like, this is an avenue if someone's already exploited some other vulnerability that you have, phishing attack or something like that, that the next action that they could do is use this as an escalation or a pivot to get to a more significant system.
Okay.
Because that just doesn't sound as good as your systems are completely vulnerable and everybody's going to possibly have access and you like one of those sort of things.
Yeah.
I view that whole thing as more harmful than good, because then like the noise level, like how are people supposed to understand what's significant, what's not?
Exactly.
Like the whole,
because if everything's on fire.
Yeah, if everything's always on fire, then nothing is actually ever on fire.
Right.
And I thought we had a portal that should have been right around here. And I thought that was smaller because it looked like a little edge.
There is a path leading up there. We can check that real quick, if that's anything.
Yeah, let's go this way.
There is a thing. What is it?
That's another one of those blood things. We already have 3 of them, so we don't need another one.
It's a lot of things here.
Yep, I make fire on all of them. Hey, guess what? They're all flammable.
Woohoo! Everything literally is on fire. Because you're setting them all on fire.
Breaking news! All things are literally on fire right now.
And it's a good thing.
Man walks into crowded bird ghost things and sets them all on fire. You won't believe
You won't believe what happens next.
Yeah.
We don't find a rift gate.
Yeah. It doesn't find a rift gate. I think I talked about it on one of our Grim Dong. It's a good place for us to just like have conversations.
It is.
But it's one of the whole YouTube shock face.
Ugh.
Like it's the same exact stuff that like in phishing.
Yep.
Like the same exact methodologies that we use in a lot of phishing attacks to try to use that like uncertainty aspect. It's really, really bad on your brain to deal with that stuff.
It messes up your sense of reality too.
Yeah, it messes up your sense of reality. That's one of the parts. Your scaling becomes extremely, extremely volatile, to where essentially you can't scale anything correctly anymore. So now, like once you've felt the maximal version of something, you can't feel the next most maximal version of that thing.
Right.
So if I constantly am telling you that something's melting down, you don't understand the nuance between when something's real and something's not, and it messes with your brain in weird ways to think. Your sense of reality is warped because you think the world's different than what it actually is. But not only that, you can't scale anything anymore.
Right. That's bad. That's real bad.
Yeah, it's very immoral, I find. It's you're screwing with people's brains for your own profit.
Right. And essentially manipulation with...
So
and most people don't even know that that's happening.
Yes.
It's preying on that.
So manipulation's an interesting topic. I've explored a lot on this. One of the things I got a problem with calling this manipulation...
Hey, look, Riftgate, sorry.
...is... yeah, here, I need to end it here anyways. So I'll say this quickly so I don't do a hangover in the next one. But essentially manipulation, the color of your shirt is manipulating how people interact with you. So there's different forms of the word of manipulation. There's manipulation that's more honest, and there's manipulation that's dishonest, and then there's passive manipulation.
Right.
If I wear certain clothes because I want to be viewed that way, so say it's the whole idea dress for the job that you want, not the one that you have. So if I wear a suit all the time, I'm manipulating you.
Right.
So there's different forms of manipulation. Now, see, the problem what happens here is that most of the people that, when they bring this form of manipulation, I've seen this argument pull up that, well, yeah, but you're manipulating people all the time, so it's okay for me to manipulate inside this area as well.
Okay.
And it's it's a, I don't know why I can never remember the name of this fallacy when you conflate two
Equivocation.
things. Yeah, it's equivocation. They're trying to say one thing's okay that's not because something else is similar to it.
Right.
And it's that's not what I'm talking about. It's like me saying that no mythical creatures exist in this way, so that they come back and go, well, I call a horse a mythical creature and it exists. And it's that's obviously not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And by definition, mythical creatures can't exist because they're mythical.
Right.
If they weren't mythical, mythical defines them as
exist.
not, yeah, they would actually exist. So anyways, let's end this one here.
Okay.
And then we'll pick up next time and we'll talk about something again next time. See you by then.
Bye.